Today's headline: Sara may run banner Lakas, said Salceda. Bong Go says my run is the presidential call. Senate told, kill, jail, Pharmally tax evaders. 15 million inoculated in 3-day drive. New face shield rule soon, according to DOH. NBA MVP Jokic suspended 1 game, Morris fined after tussle. Northeast monsoon to bring rains in Luzon. Christmas in Uptown Mall, BGC. Good morning, you are watching Tribune News on Q. My name is Ken Vasquez, and here are the latest and the hottest stories this morning. If Albay 2nd District Representative Joey Salceda is to be believed, Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte Carpio would have filed her certificate of candidacy for presidency earlier had it not been for leadership squabble in the PDP laban. Salceda said President Duterte's daughter considered the wrangling as a roadblock to the plan she had made as early as May 2021, but that she had decided to wait for matters to clear before she decides to run for good. Salceda did elaborate, but PDP had been split between its President Energy Secretary Alfonso Cusi and Senator Manny Pacquiao, who had tried in vain to claim leadership of the party, with Pacquiao ended up filing his COC under the Probinsya Muna Development Initiative, a party founded by former Cebu Governor Lito Osmeña. He has Buhay Party List Representative Lito Atienza as his vice presidential running mate. President Rodrigo Duterte is the PDP Laban's national chair. Duterte Carpio is a former PDP Laban member before she formed her own regional party, Hugpong ng Pagbabago, in 2018. Duterte Carpio's withdrawal of her COC for Davao City Mayor meant her terms have been met. And someone made a compromise, Salceda said. The economist lawmaker also claimed that running for vice president is not Duterte Carpio's option, while analysts postulated that Duterte Carpio will be presidential aspirant Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr.'s vice presidential bet and running mate. Salceda called it mere speculation. Senator Christopher Lawrence Bong Go refused to speculate on the plans of the Duterte family for 2022 national elections, although he is still wishing for the best as his vice presidential run hangs with an awaited decision whether Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte Carpio would run for president. Go is running for vice president under President Duterte's faction inside the ruling Partido Demokratiko Pilipino Lakas ng Bayan or PDP Laban alongside Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa, the presidential candidate. He previously said that he is 100% sure about his presidential bid, but advised the public to expect changes in his party slate in the coming days. Go did not elaborate on those changes but dropped hints that it was related to the deadline of the period substitution of candidates on November 15 on Tuesday. Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte Carpio also withdrew her candidacy for re-election as local chief executive of her hometown for a third and final term. She was replaced by her brother Davao City Vice Mayor Baste Duterte, who also dropped his re-election bid for Vice Mayor. The recent developments sparked speculations that Duterte Carpio would be seeking a national post, a move that Go supported. He added that he should be at least of his party's worries as he assured that he will follow the decision of President Duterte. In other news, President Rodrigo Duterte said senators may imprison or kill executives of Pharmally Pharmaceutical Corporation over their supposed failure to pay taxes. In his pre-recorded public address Tuesday night, Duterte said foreign firms that refuse to pay duties to the Philippine government are criminals and should therefore go behind bars. Duterte also reiterated that he is not concerned with the fate of foreign contractor amid allegations that his ties with the company officials led to billions worth of government contracts. The president meanwhile insisted that he could not let his cabinet attend the Pharmally hearings at the Senate amid the pandemic. Last October, he issued an executive order prohibiting executive branch officials from attending the Senate hearings since it supposedly restrains them from fulfilling tasks related to government COVID-19 response. The foreign firm has been the subject of an investigation launched by the Senate Blue Ribbon Panel after lawmakers questioned the alleged irregularities in its multi-billion peso COVID-19 supply. It deals with the Duterte administration. The Senate probe revealed that the key Pharmally officials' income tax returns were not filed, unreadable or even incomplete. Senate Minority Leader Franklin Derlon, citing records from the Bureau of Internal Revenue, claimed weeks ago that Pharmally had hand over 96 million worth of tax credit last year that remains unpaid. The income tax returns of Pharmally President Twinkle Dargani and Corporate Secretary Mohit Dargani were considered very low, considering their purchase of luxury cars, Drilon added. Tribune News on Q will be back after these reminders.
Botomoto Halal 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
Magandang araw mga katribu! Narito na ang mga makakasama nyo tuwing umaga sa programang Gising Na. Roy Pelovelo, Comfy Manalo, Atty. Lia Badillo Crisostomo, Vernon Velasco, Kim Sancha at Jerk Balagtas. Abangan ang programang Gising Na mula alas 8 hanggang alas 9 ng umaga sa Facebook page ng Daily Tribune.
Ilabas ng mainit na kape at samahan kami sa inyong pag-almusal, mga katribo.
Sama-sama natin alamin ang mga natatagong istorya sa mga latest na kaganapan sa loob at labas ng bansa.
Simulan natin ang bawat umaga with good vibes sa mga informative and recreational segments ng aming programa.
Maaari niyo rin ibahagi sa amin ang inyong opinion via Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now sa YouTube. Makichika na rin sa latest showbiz happenings, mga katribo.
Kaya naman, magkita-kita po tayo mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes, alas 8 hanggang alas 9 ng umaga at magsama-sama po tayo sa
Gising Na!
Botomoto Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
Chris Masaya, pagsama-sama.
We are back on Tribune News on Q. The Philippines is aiming to vaccinate at least 15 million Filipinos during a 3-day inoculation drive as officials struggle to address the supposed vaccine hesitancy and brand preference among those who have yet to give COVID-19 shots. Vaccine SAR Secretary Carlito Galvez Jr. said on Tuesday night that the government will launch Bayanihan, Bakunahan vaccination campaign from November 29 to December 1 across 5,000 inoculation sites nationwide. Apart from the upcoming vaccination drive, Galvez noted that the government should boost its efforts to vaccinate around 1.5 million people daily so it can reach its target of immunizing up to 70 million people by the end of 2021. President Rodrigo Duterte, who met with Galvez and other cabinet officials in Malacanang on Tuesday night, reiterated his call to unvaccinated Filipinos to receive the coveted shots amid the country's steady job supply. He even said in jest that unvaccinated individuals are ugly, drawing laughter among ranking officials who attended the meeting. Duterte meanwhile noted that employers have the right to turn down job applicants who remain unvaccinated against coronavirus, but said those who are currently employed should not be fired if they have yet to receive the coveted shots. However, Duterte stressed that employers cannot terminate their workers who refuse to get vaccinated since it is illegal. Antivirus vaccination remains optional in the country, though there were proposals to make it mandatory amid the ongoing pandemic. During the top cabinet meeting aired Tuesday night, Health Secretary Francisco Duque said his agency will meet the Interagency Task Force and Emerging Infectious Disease or IATF to present the updated recommendation on the use of face shields. Based on his presentation, the department will allow the voluntary use of face shields in all settings of areas under Alert Level 1. Meanwhile, the public is also not required to wear face shields in other settings in areas under Alert Level 2, except in public transportation. For areas under Alert Level 3 to 5, Duque, the said mandatory use face shields will be imposed in activities under 3C or close, crowded, and close contact. He also said that the use of face shields should be risk-based instead of totally scrapping the use of protective gear. The statement came after Manila Mayor Isko Moreno lifted the mandatory use of face shields in his city except in hospitals. Meanwhile, the DOH appealed to local government units to follow the existing protocols on the use of face shields set by country's pandemic task force. For its part, the palace called Moreno's order to scrap the mandatory use of face shields null and void and violation of the existing executive policy decreed by the president. The IITF, the country's pandemic policy-making body, is expected to announce its decision on the use of face shields on Thursday. NBA MVP Jokic suspended one game more is fined after tussle reigning league MVP Nikola Jokic, who first triple-double the season, was overshadowed by his ejection from Monday's game. Was hit when won a game suspension on Tuesday for an illegal check Markieff Morris. Miami's Morris was fined $50,000 for committing a flagrant foul when he and Jokic tangled late in the 113-96 Denver Nuggets win over the Heat. Jokic will serve his suspension Wednesday when the Nuggets face the Indiana Pacers. Jokic grabbed a defensive rebound and was bringing the ball up court when Morris slammed into him from the side with a hard elbow. Jokic was knocked backward and then quickly went after Morris, lowering his shoulder and delivering a forceful check into the center of his back. Morris crashed to the floor and was attended to by the Heat medical staff, which brought out a stretcher. However, Morris was able to talk off the court and left for the locker room. Both players were ejected. The teams meet again November 29 in Miami. Tribune News on Q will be back after these reminders.
Botomoto Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
Chris Masaya, pagsama-sama.
Botomoto Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
Chris Masaya, pagsama-sama.
We're back on Tribune News on Q. The Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical and Astronomical Services Administration or PAGASA on Thursday said that the tail end of frontal system is currently affecting the eastern section of southern Luzon, while northeast monsoon will bring rains for the rest of Luzon. Cagayan, Isabela, Albay, Sorsogon, Masbate, Catanduanes, and Samar provinces will experience cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms, while Mindanao, Palawan, and the rest of Visayas will have partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers or thunderstorms. While Aurora, the rest of the Cagayan Valley will have cloudy skies with light rains. Metro Manila and the rest of the Philippines of Luzon will be partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated light rains. Temperature will range from 23.8 degrees Celsius to 32.9 degrees Celsius. In other news, Christmas lighting in Uptown Mall BGC was held last night. For the complete report, here is Venice Bautista.
The Mecca World Lifestyle Malls welcomed the Yuletide season in Uptown Bonifacio with a Christmas lighting event that illuminated 3 Christmas trees in good fashion with good causes, with their event Light Up a Sustainable Christmas. Samantha Buendia Uy, the area manager, shares the inspiration behind this unique concept.
So Uptown Bonifacio kasi really want to take part in the global sustainability development goals. That's why we thought of these different Christmas trees. Typically, diba, we usually just have a Christmas tree, but ours talaga have different meaning and different purpose. That's actually perfect. It's really one of our inspirations while we did this kind of campaign and also events and installations. It's really the perfect time to spread happiness, positivity, inspire goodwill and generosity. It's really the time for all of us to come together to do something very meaningful this Christmas season.
The Christmas Tree of Health will greet you at the frontmost area of Uptown Bonifacio by the fountain. At the foot of the tree, you will see 8 conventional bikes that can light up portions of the 40 feet tall attraction. This interactive tree promotes the value of good health for both people and the environment amid the 2 world crises we are facing today, the pandemic and climate change. Situated at the upper ground floor atrium of the mall is the Christmas Tree of Hope, another tree that measures 40 feet. You will notice that QR codes are hung around it like ornaments. These codes can allow you to donate to any 20 charitable non-government organizations involved in education, wildlife and environment, vulnerable sectors, health, and community development. Guests can learn more about the organizations at the gallery beside the tree before deciding which foundations to donate to. To bring forth the festive spirit even more, the Himig ng Puso Choir graced the event and gave heartfelt performances that delighted everyone. The last tree is the Christmas Tree of Happiness beside the St. Gabriel the Archangel Chapel, located at the 4th level of Uptown Mall called The Deck. Measuring over 20 feet in height and 11 feet in diameter, this tree is a 100% plant Christmas tree that consists of over 2,500 tropical outdoor plants of different varieties. With its gratifying appearance, it's definitely an ideal spot for taking photos at the mall's alfresco dining area. Uptown Mall in Bonifacio Global City is now open daily from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. and is welcoming guests of all ages as long as they are wearing their masks and face shields. Vaccination cards aren't required, but Buendia Uy encourages guests to practice social distancing.
That wraps up the stories this morning. Before we go, we would like to thank the SM Store, the Department of Tourism, Araneta Center, MG Motors, Hino Motors, Security Bank, Mary Kay, and Overseas Community Affairs Council member Alan Lin of Republic of China for their continued support. Again, this is Ken Vasquez reminding you that we only have 44 days until Christmas. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Good morning.
Botomoto Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
Mas masaya? Pagsama-sama!
Catch the latest news on our website, tribune.net.ph. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tribune Now. Download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store for iOS and Google Play for Android to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune invites you to join its Viber community, Katribu, to get updates on the hottest news on politics, business, sports, lifestyle, and entertainment. Emoticons of the Tribune mascot Tarsito are available on our community Viber.